Hello, my very dear Capricorns. This is your reading for the week of May 12th. And I feel very touched by this reading. If you do nothing else other than listen to the lyrics for a song called Drops of Jupiter, then I encourage you to do that. If you don't listen to the reading, I would encourage you to listen to that song and read the lyrics really carefully, because I think this is very much for you today. I have never really read the words. It's a song, it's like from 2001, and I never really looked at the lyrics. It's beautiful, and I feel this reading has several different layers for you. The song basically is about somebody watching a woman who has gone on a journey. And the metaphor is, to the Milky Way through the stars. That's why drops of Jupiter in her hair. But they actually refer later in the lyrics to a soul journey. And did you get lonely looking for yourself out there? And thank you for reminding me that there's still room to grow. And basically, do you still love me? Am I still interesting to you? But there's also one phrase, I'm afraid that she might think of me as a plain old Jane told a story about a man who was too afraid to fly, so he never did land. So I think this, for some of you, it's congratulations for having taken your soul journey and come back with drops of Jupiter in your hair, which is wisdom and higher awareness and higher consciousness, and for seeing beyond the earth and the earth plane and the humanity. And for some, I believe it's an encouragement. It's not too late. And there are references earlier on in the song too, that there's still room and it's never too late to grow. And I believe that ultimately, whether you're 50, 60, 40, 80, it doesn't really matter. There's always room to grow. There's always room to have that shift, that aha, that breathless understanding of something mystical and magical that is impossible to put into words. So I believe some of you are being reminded that it is not too late, that there is room and there is time. And I also believe the third layer of this is that some of you really are being told, whoever you are idolizing, whoever you are epitomizing, that you are still valuable. Don't put yourself down within the context of this. It's not like, excuse me, this person has gone off and now she comes back and listens to Mozart while she does Taibo, that kind of a thing. It's so easy to look at people who appear to be spiritually evolved and put ourselves down for that because we haven't done all of those, we didn't go and sit in a Buddhist temple for 2 years or do the eat, pray, love thing. It's not about that. It's about your journey inward and who you are, essentially, because all those things that people do are just about reaching deeper into who they are, and that doesn't have to happen on a magical journey, okay? Now, the cards that you get to support this are to really be aware that forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key for you because some of the things that have made you feel as though you are not as valuable, some of the things that have held you back from taking these wonderful journeys of trust and faith and towards a spiritual understanding has come from some of the things that perhaps you experienced when you were younger. And maybe in your adult life, maybe in your early adult life too, because certainly one traumatic relationship can really set a person sideways sometimes. But you're being asked to really set aside whatever happened. And even if you think you're right about how you've evaluated a situation, maybe you're not. But the point is, it's time for you to really decide that you are fine the way you are, that you don't have to be apologizing for yourself. You don't have to be playing nice in order to live up to what you think is a valuable expectation for somebody, you are allowed and encouraged to speak your truth, whatever your truth is. And you are being encouraged to stop apologizing for not being enough, for not having done the great trips, for having been a workhorse, for whatever you think has diminished you. It's time now for you to start saying yes to yourself. It's time for you to start really supporting yourself in acknowledging the things that are good in you and to start saying yes to the good things in life rather than saying no because you're afraid you can't live up to it or saying no because you don't think you're worth it. If it strikes you as something that might be valuable, wonderful, loving, supportive, it's time for you now to set your own internal boundaries so that you can discipline yourself and not talk yourself down, so that you can honor the changes that you've made, the work that you've done, and in whatever level it is, and now to really move forward with being truthful about what you want. Again, it's patterns. Patterns is coming up for so many people because this is really what evolution is about. It's looking at the patterns that keep us down, that keep us back. So my dears, whatever, you did get the ideal childhood card here. So whatever you think is missing from you in your character, in your abilities or your skills, because of whatever might have happened or didn't happen in your childhood, it's time to let it go. It's time to go, no, that was then, this is now. Now, who am I now? What have I done? What can I do? Okay? Drops of Jupiter in your hair. You have the ability to be spiritually connected and to do so without having to have done extravagant things. It is a choice. It is a choice for you to move into that expanded energy of forgiveness and just say, you know what? I don't need to blame. I'm willing to own my own power, my sense of power, which comes not from my mind, which does not come from my character. It comes from that place within me that is connected to the cosmos, to the infinite. And that is where you can live. That is where you're being encouraged to discipline yourself, to create patterns now in your life, new patterns in your life that support that awareness, that sustain those boundaries, that allow for the good inner talk, the self-supportive, self-loving inner talk that connects you to that divine power that is within you, and to start saying yes to the lovely, wonderful things you deserve in life. Okay? There you go, my Capricorns. Take care of yourselves.